Hello friends, the topic of today's discussion is Sharpless Asymmetric Epoxidation. This is a very important name reaction. In this, we will cover the following points: general introduction, trick to find stereochemistry of Sharpless Asymmetric Epoxidation product, examples of Sharpless Asymmetric Epoxidation, chemoselectivity of Sharpless Asymmetric Epoxidation, diastereoselectivity of Sharpless Asymmetric Epoxidation, and kinetic resolution of chiral allylic alcohols using Sharpless Asymmetric Epoxidation. Sharpless Asymmetric Epoxidation is defined as the enantioselective epoxidation of allylic alcohol by ter-butylhydroperoxide in the presence of titaniumtetraisopropoxide as a catalyst and plus or minus dialkyltartrate as chiral ligands. So, the substrate in the Sharpless Asymmetric Epoxidation is allylic alcohol. The reagent is ter-butylhydroperoxide, which is represented as TbOOH or TbHP. Titanium tetraisopropoxide acts as a catalyst, which is represented as TiOIPr4, and chiral ligands are SS diethyltartrate, also called minus diethyltartrate or simply minus DET, and RR diethyltartrate, also called plus diethyltartrate or simply plus DET. The stereochemistry of the product depends on which enantiomer of diethyltartrate you are using during the reaction. Now we will learn tricks for finding stereochemistry of epoxide formed during Sharpless Asymmetric Epoxidation. We should follow the following steps. Starting from the allylic carbon, label the allylic system as 1, 2 and 3. Draw an arrow from 1 to 3. If the direction of arrow is clockwise, presence of plus diethyltartrate favors addition of oxygen from the top face of the alkene, while minus diethyltartrate favors addition of oxygen from the bottom face of the alkene. If the direction of arrow is anticlockwise, the case is reversed. That is, presence of plus diethyltartrate favors addition of oxygen from the bottom face of the alkene, while presence of minus diethyltartrate favors addition of oxygen from the top face of the alkene. These things will be more clear if we go through the examples. Suppose we have E hex 2-in-1-all drawn like this, and we have to find the structure of major enantiomer when it is subjected to Sharpless Asymmetric Epoxidation in the presence of different enantiomers of diethyltartrate. For this, as we have just discussed, label the allylic system starting from the allylic carbon as 1, 2 and 3. Draw an arrow from 1 to 3. Since the direction of arrow is anti-clockwise, so presence of plus diethyltartrate will favor bottom face addition of oxygen to give SS epoxide as the major product, while presence of minus DET will favor top face addition of oxygen to give RR epoxide as the major enantiomer. Let's take the example of cyclohex 1-in-1-il methanol drawn like this. Label the allylic system starting from the allylic carbon as 1, 2 and 3. Draw an arrow from 1 to 3. Since the direction of arrow is clockwise, so presence of plus DET will favor top phase attack by the oxygen to produce SS epoxide as the major enantiomer, while presence of minus DET will favor bottom phase attack by the oxygen to produce RR epoxide as the major enantiomer. Let's take one more example. Here, we need to draw the structure of major enantiomer formed during this reaction. Repeat the steps as earlier. Label the allylic system starting from the allylic carbon as 1, 2 and 3. Draw an arrow from 1 to 3. Since the direction of arrow is anti-clockwise and DET is minus, so addition of oxygen will be from the top phase to give RR epoxide as the major enantiomer. Chemoselectivity of Sharpless Asymmetric Epoxidation. Sharpless asymmetric epoxidation is highly chemoselective for the epoxidation of allylic alcohols. For example, if this dienol is allowed to undergo epoxidation under Sharpless condition, only this alkene gets epoxidized selectively to give this epoxide. Here, DIPT is diisopropyl which behaves similar to diethyl tartrate. The reaction is also tolerant of many different functional groups like esters, enones, acetyls, epoxides, etc. Diastereoselectivity in Sharpless asymmetric epoxidation. If allylic alcohol contains a chiral center, then epoxidation can result the formation of two diastereomers. It is found that Sharpless asymmetric epoxidation is strongly controlled by the chiral ligands that commonly overrides any substrate control. For example, if we allow this chiral allylic alcohol to react with ter-butylhydroperoxide in the presence of titaniumtetraisopropoxide, it will give a mixture of two diastereomers A and B. In the absence of ligand, top phase attack is slightly favored due to less esteric hindrance, so we get A is to B ratio 2.3:1. For the stereoselectivity in the presence of chiral dialkyltartrate, we can find the preferential phase for the epoxidation like the way we did before. Label the allylic system starting from the allylic carbon as 1, 2 and 3. Draw an arrow from 1 to 3. Since the direction of arrow is anti-clockwise, so in the presence of minus dialkyltartrate, top phase attack will be preferred, while in the presence of plus dialkyltartrate, bottom phase attack will be preferred. Thus, in the presence of minus DIPT, steric factor and ligand factor both are favoring top phase attack, and we get A is to B as 90:1. In the presence of plus DIPT, steric factor favors top phase attack while ligand factor favors bottom phase attack, but ligand factor overrides the steric factor, so we get selectivity in this case too, but it is less. So we get A is to B as 1:22. Kinetic resolution of chiral allylic alcohols. The rate of epoxidation of two enantiomers of an allylic alcohol is different with a chiral ligand. And also the rate of epoxidation of a chiral allylic alcohol is different with the two enantiomers of the chiral ligand. For example, if we allow the S enantiomer of cyclohexyl butanol to react under Sharpless condition in the presence of plus DIPT, it gives a mixture of diastereomers A and B. If we allow the R enantiomer of the same alcohol to react under the same condition, it gives two diastereomers C and D. In S enantiomer, bottom phase attack is favored due to less steric hindrance and also due to ligand factor. Since both the factors are working in the same direction, so we get 98% A and 2% B. In R enantiomer, bottom phase attack is sterically hindered while it is favored by the ligand factor. Since two factors are opposing each other, but ligand factors overrides the steric factor, so we get 62% C and 38% A. Because of these factors, the rate of reaction of S enantiomer is found to be 104 times faster than R enantiomer. So, if we allow a racemic mixture of this alcohol to react with 0.6 equivalent of ter-butylhydroperoxide in the presence of plus DIPT, S enantiomer being 104 times more reactive mainly reacts to give epoxide A, and R enantiomer is recovered with more than 96% optical purity. Similarly, reaction of racemic mixture of this alcohol with minus DIPT will leave S enantiomer unreacted. That's all in this video. Please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon if you like this video.